Hello and welcome to the review segment in the Games Corner. I'm Ollie.
I'm Harry.
I'm Mitch.
I'm Dom.
And today we're playing Evolve.
Ooh, so let's play.
So we're reviewing Evolve today. This game came out on the 10th of February 2015. It's quite good. You've got your players. The game basis is you've got one person as a monster and then 4 people as hunters. And the aim of the game is the hunters to kill the monster and the monster to kill the hunters.
The 4 classes in the game are support, medic, trapper, and assault.
Which, for me, that adds like a tactical element. So if you're playing with 3 other mates, not everyone, because if it were me and my mates, we'd all go for assault and let's just shoot the thing. Whereas it gives it like a more kind of tactical element to the game, which I really like. I think it's like, it just makes things more interesting.
Yeah.
So if you're assault, you're the guy that deals damage. Medic, you basically look after the other players. You still deal damage, but
Very
obviously,
little, yeah, not much.
Support, I'm not too sure what that does.
Support buffs the hunters. Basically just gives everybody bonuses and means they do more damage or they can go invisible. And then trapper basically traps the monster.
Yeah, there's traps down.
Pretty self-explanatory that one, yeah.
So,
Within the classes then you've got 3 different characters to choose from. Although DLC has actually come out now which adds an extra one for each class. All of which play completely different. Actually they're really fun to play. It's nice to actually see you actually do find different things in different games and different...
I think that's one of the benefits of this, that each class does actually play completely different.
Yeah.
If you went from assault to medic, it's practically like playing a different game where you have to play the character. You can't just do the same stuff.
Yeah.
I have found though that there is, if you choose a particular person per class, there is one kind of combo of characters that is quite powerful.
Yeah. Well, it ends out that you can mix and match quite a lot, but the basic 4 characters are actually quite good that you get at the start. And but if they weren't, you wouldn't really want to play it. You kind of get bored of it, and you wouldn't want to keep on playing it. But it's definitely good, and it adds a new aspect to the game where you can change things up and test things out, and some things work, some things don't. Just simple as.
Yeah. I think with that though, it's because the classes do work so differently, there's sort of like a learning curve to each time you change class. So if you don't know how to play as everyone, you're going to be letting team down if you just decide to switch class if you don't know how to play as that person. Especially if everyone else is doing really well. Because I think one of the things with this game is it's really easy to let the team down if you don't know how to play.
It's one of those things where if you actually get caught out of position or you're not in the right place at the right time and you manage to find the monster unintentionally, you will get killed. And that will potentially lose the game for your team.
The only person who can like go straight up is probably assault, and even then he can't do it for very long.
No.
what are the just to butt in a bit? What are the maps like in this game?
They're reasonable size. They're not huge, but they are bitty. There's quite a few actually. I can't remember how many there is. I think there might be like a dozen or so.
Oh, that's pretty
different
decent,
maps,
then.
and they're all like decent sized maps, and there's different game modes to play on the maps as well.
Because I thought with the kind of tactical element, because it's quite a competitive game.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be something similar to like say League of Legends, something like that. So they would be like 3, and then you master them 3 maps, and then obviously take to another level. I just fell in a bush there. That was clever.
So it's going to happen quite a lot.
Do they all look the same, or do they look quite different?
They all look like a lot different. You've got different like weather environments in a lot of them. So there's a couple where they're quite foggy, and you've actually got a really limited view, and you can't really see that far. And there's another one where it's all snow, and you can actually look for tracks in the snow, and it's really good.
So the maps aren't just for show. There's actual like environmental things.
Environmental things on the different maps that make it easier or harder.
I think one of the benefits this game has then is like its attention to detail and stuff like that. It's not like a Call of Duty where every map might as well practically be the same.
Yeah.
except from it's moved around a bit. Because to be fair, there's not much variation within them. It's just how it looks.
Yeah.
And if in this one being on a different map means you can play differently, that just gives it more replay value.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as negatives go on this game, though, it takes a long time to unlock the different classes, different characters, sorry, within the classes. And I personally, I don't particularly like that. I like to be able to go, right, I want to play this character now because he looks fun and I want to use this.
Yeah.
But you can't do that. You have to unlock the character first. And it goes for the same with the monster actually as well. You have to actually unlock the new monster by playing the first monster.
But then to be fair, I can't think of many games that do just give you everything straight away, because then it's kind of like it's spoon feeding it. You've got to. If you don't have to work for things, then it's not a game.
I think it's more the point of
type of challenge.
How long it takes to get it though.
Yeah, it's like
if you don't like that class, you have to play as that class to unlock the next thing.
Yeah, it's like one of those things as well where some classes you can unlock the next characters and whatnot really, really quickly, and others it just takes forever because you have to do a certain amount of damage or a certain amount of healing with the character before you unlock.
So it's not
the next
XP
one.
based. It's like
it's not
task
XP based. Yeah. So you have to get. So for the assault, for example, you have to do so much damage with the lightning cannon, so much damage with the mines, or hit the monster with so many mines, and do so much damage with the assault rifle.
I think, to be fair though, it does change the games up though, because people then have to do certain things, so they'll be doing that in games, so it changes it up a bit more.
Yeah.
So I think that's sort of a benefit it gets. It's just the time it takes for some people is ridiculous. You're gonna get bored of playing it.
Yeah.
But then
What I find also that is quite bad is that some of the loading times can be quite
Yeah, they
a
are
long time.
They are long.
And some of the, if you're like new to the game, and if they've got 4 humans that are completely new to the game, one really experienced player playing the monster, match can literally last like a few minutes, and it's like, it could be like the loading time is actually longer.
I think I had once. There was a game I had once, and it was literally about 30 seconds long, because we came across the monster instantly and just killed it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. If you're not, because there's no particular matchmaking in this, it just puts you with people who are looking for a game.
Yeah.
You can find yourself going up against some very experienced players if you're not very good, especially at this point now where there's going to be people who unlocked everything.
Yeah.
It's not so much for a learning curve than just a wall you hit. You're going to be finding it very hard to beat people, which in my opinion is like a very bad thing for a game.
Yeah. Just looking at it right here now, this is the monster right now that Mitch is shooting at, and this is the Behemoth, which is actually a DLC, which has just come out recently, and it's really cool. The monsters and the effects that are used with it all, they are so awesome. Like just now, he's rolling around in a big molten ball.
Yeah.
And he has this ability where he just pounds the ground and lava bursts out of him everywhere and does damage to everybody around him. It's just like some bits like that are just really cool. They just add to the game and they make it you want to play it more. The monsters also, they play a lot different to one another, similar to the way that the characters do with the classes when you're playing humans.
Yeah, monsters hard.
Yeah. You found that a bit difficult, didn't you?
Yeah, it was.
It's not that hard. It's just,
Bad at the game.
Yeah, could be.
Just the worst.
yeah.
Another thing as well, is the how many game modes is it? Or is it just the one?
I think there's quite a few. I think you think there's only one because you don't actually know what you're doing.
Yeah, currently you're not actually meant to be chasing the monster, you're meant to be evacuating humans.
Yeah,
That's the thing. I don't know.
You've just been chasing the guy or running into the ocean and looking at the sea.
Tell me to go down there, there's a thing down there.
Yeah, there are, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think there's 4 modes. I think.
Right.
There's like, evacuation, which is what you're on at the moment.
Yeah.
Then there's the normal hunt,
Which is what I thought I was
which
doing.
is what you thought you were doing.
Right.
There's one with the if you're the monster, you got to protect your eggs
Yeah, yeah.
before the hunters destroy them all.
Yeah.
And I can't think for my life what the fourth one is.
Survival.
It's just a hunt one, isn't it, as well,
Yeah.
where you just got to kill each other.
Yeah. But
Not
yeah,
survival.
there's another one.
I think
and
one
I
of the...
can't remember what that one is, but
Because the game is central around hunting, pretty much no matter what game mode you're playing, there's not much of a difference how it feels.
yeah, you do
In
end
end,
up
it's always just
just
the monster
hunting
pops up
monster.
near end and just is overpowered.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that's one of the biggest gripes for this game. What would you rate it then?
It's a good game. I really enjoy it. It's fun to play. It's different. There isn't anything that I've found that's like this.
4-on-1.
4-on-1
Hold on.
survival, not survival, hunt type thing like this.
Yeah.
I would probably give it a 4 out of 5. It's fun to play. It's got great replayability. The only problems I have are the the loading time's not great, and it's a bit frustrating at times. The unlock system, and it's actually not got a great matchmaking system. It does take a while to find a match. Yeah.
I think I'd agree with you on that. 4 out of 5. Just the fact that it's mainly online as well, and like mainly online games do tend to, if nobody's on it, it's like, well, you know,
Waiting ages
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
game.
a bit annoying. Yeah.
and like with the loading times as well, it's
Yeah.
just 4 out of 5 for me.
Playing it on your own, I'd probably give it like a 2 out of 5, because the only thing you can really do is play as the monster on your own. And as a squad, you really need friends to play it. But if you do have friends, I'd say it's like a 5 out of 5, because you'll have so much fun. Yeah, well, you look at someone like me, it's just I just sit in a dark
Struggle.
corner all day. But I think if you've got friends who are like in mood to play it, it's a 5 out of 5. It's just
Finding that.
yeah,
Having friends.
yeah.
Friends.
Michael's we're just sat in this weird games corner dungeon thing.
Yeah.
They keep us here.
Yeah.
I think I'd give it a 4. It has good potential for like, because I really like competitive gaming, like League of Legends, things like that. So I think in that kind of region, I think it really does have potential, because it's very balanced and everything's kind of thought out with the classes and like the structure of it. But everything seems to have like, it just seems to look a bit the same.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
maps.
Yeah, repetitive.
When I want a new map, I want it to be completely different. So
Yeah.
I think, oh, look at that. Yeah. So I'm going to give it a solid 4, and that's going to be my only downfall, that everything looks the same.
Mitch approve.
Yeah, I approve it. Which approve.
Mitch approves.
There we go.
That is Evolve. Last of the series from us.
Yeah, it is.
We're not coming back.
Yeah.
So
Thank you
brings-
very much for tuning in.
Yeah.
To all loyal followers, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks, Mom.
All right. Bye.
Goodbye.
See you later.